What's up, everybody? Iojiki here. Welcome to Game Jumping, the show where indecisiveness is okay. Today we're playing Magic the Gathering Arena Throne of Eldraine preview event, streamer preview event. Thanks to Wizards of the Coast for sponsoring the event, hooking me up with a sweet account with all the cards unlocked so we can take a look at it together. Right now I'm doing some cosplay for you guys, doing some Robin Hood sort of to fit in with the Throne of Eldraine fantasy sort of theme, so we're gonna go and have fun with it today. We had some weird workarounds with our streams, so if you guys are watching the stream live, appreciate it, and let me know how the sound qualities and stuff are, because we had to do a workaround. My streaming software kept crashing, so yeah, good times. But let me know how it's working. If you guys are watching this on YouTube later, I appreciate it as well. We are going to be playing some Throne of Eldraine today. We're going to be doing some sealed event for probably the first part of this, first half of this. Then maybe we'll brew some decks and come up with some wacky decks. I do have some giveaway codes that Wizards provided to me that will give mastery experience for Throne of Eldraine, redeemable when Throne of Eldraine comes out, which is on the 26th. So if you guys are interested in winning that, just talk to me in chat, and we'll get a contest going around. I have to think about how to do my giveaways, because last time I did the giveaways, some people weren't able to receive them because apparently Twitch didn't want me messaging people. I don't know. Anyway, we'll figure it out. Let's get into sealed without further ado. Hey, what's up, Lou? Sound is coming through good. Tad on the quiet side. Oh, okay. Well, let me adjust that just a little bit up. I don't want to get it like too high. It looks like it's hitting pretty peak up there, so let me know. We'll adjust the sound if the sound from the game needs to go up at all as well. I think this is full. You know, this master audio, actually, we can adjust it here. Let's do this. Let's do this about that. There we go. All right, so now this should be louder. Let me know how that works. We're gonna go and do sealed. I haven't really actually looked through all of the set, so we're gonna kind of be surprised together. I know some of the set and I know the mechanics and stuff, but in terms of like actual like what cards are good and what cards aren't, I have no idea. So let's just go. Oh, that sound looks good. All right. Ooh, we got a Murderous Rider here. So it's gonna show us our rares and stuff. Murderous Rider, I'm really excited to play with. I think it's gonna be so good. Creatures of the creature type of your choice get -3. It might be good to hate against knights. Ironcrag Pyromancer and Feet. Stone Coil Serpent seems pretty good. Giant Killer. Sounds good now? Awesome. Alright, so we're going to talk through a little bit of the mechanics of Throne of Eldraine if you guys aren't familiar with them as we build a sealed deck. So Throne of Eldraine introduces a couple of new concepts. It's sort of like a fairy tale mixed with Arthurian legends sort of thing is the way that the set goes. So they have a lot of knights as like a sub theme for the Arthurian, like the court, the knights, stuff like that, which is pretty cool. But they also have a lot of fairy tale stuff, and you'll see that these kind of split cards like this, like Giant Killer for example, shows a little small storybook in the bottom left, and then it also has a side. So these are adventure cards, and the way these work is they're creature cards. Like this is a 1/2 for 1 that has an ability of 1 and a white to tap it, to tap target creature, which is pretty good. But you can play it from your hand for the adventure cost, and it will get played as an instant or a sorcery or whatever. So you could play it from your hand as chop down, and then when it resolves, if it doesn't get countered or anything, you exile it. So it goes away from the game, and then you can recast it again at any point as if it were in your hand as a creature. So you can't do like chop down twice. You can do chop down once, and then it gets exiled. It goes on the adventure to chop something down, and then you play the Giant Killer later. So it's like a double value thing, which is kind of cool. Gives some flexibility of you can either play the creature early, or you can play, you know, the adventure part and then the creature, or you can just play the adventure part and not play the creature ever. So it's kind of pretty cool flexibility there. I'm really interested in playing it. Also, there's like a lot of cycles of different lands and stuff in here. They're really pushing like monocolored decks in this set as well. That's like another sub theme. So I don't know. We got 3 shining armors. Looks like, all right, let's see what kind of colors we're most prevalent with. I did see we got the Murderous Rider, and I kind of want to play that because that card is pretty good in my opinion. So let's see, Bartered Cow. Look at the flavor of this one. Flavor of this card: when Bartered Cow dies, or when you discard it, create a food token. Savage. So food tokens are another sub theme in this. A lot of things create food tokens. They're just little artifacts that you can sacrifice to gain 3 life if you want, but a lot of things will play off of when you sacrifice or eat food or whatever. So that's kind of cool. So tiny, pretty good. I honestly don't know what's good in this set or not. Eye Collector, we got 2 of these. Yeah. There's an acronym that I always use for sealed, and I forget what the entire acronym is. I think it's Beast or something like that. I don't know. So the way the acronym goes is like bombs, right? So if you open a card that's just really good bombs, like some sort of bomb, and then removal, evasion, and then abilities, and then crappy cards. I don't know what the last one is, but basically you want to that's the way you prioritize things. So you prioritize playing absolute bombs, then removal, then creatures with evasion, so like flying, then you want creatures with abilities that maybe not necessarily do flying, and then just like fodder basically, or like vanilla creatures or something like that. So we're gonna be looking a little bit for that because I really don't know the set. So Murderous Rider I really want to play. Like I'm probably gonna play this one just because it's good. It's a 2/3 with lifelink, and when it dies you put it back into your library, and then you can just destroy something, a target creature or planeswalker, and you lose 2 life. Like that seems really good. So Baked in a Pie is also good removal, and it'll give us a food token. Witch's Vengeance is also good removal, especially if they're playing knights. So maybe Lochthwain Paladin, Lochthwain Menace. So 3/2 can only be blocked by 2 or more creatures, and then if at least 3 black mana was spent to cast the spell, it enters with a +1/+1. A 3/2 Menace for 4 is not bad anyway, but a 4/3 Menace for 4 is better. So maybe Adamant's not necessarily, like, we don't necessarily have to play that. Looks like a sub theme for this is like whenever you draw your second card each turn, do something. This one's Adamant as well. I don't think we have enough to go like a single. Sir Conrad the Grim seems really good. Whenever another creature dies or a creature is put into a graveyard from anywhere other than the battlefield, or a creature card leaves your graveyard, Sir Conrad deals 1 damage to each opponent, and you can mill them. So that's pretty good. And it's a 5/4 for 5, so that's nothing to sneeze at. Defending player has 2 or fewer cards in hand and gains flying until end of turn. So if you're kind of going with a discard strategy, maybe. Oh man, there's so much to look at here. I think this is a good build around card. I don't think it's good for sealed. Redcap Raiders. Tap a untapped non-human creature you control. If you do, it gets +1. I think Adamant is possible to do with 2 colors. So yeah. Baked in a Pie reminds you of World of Darkness game. Yeah. It's cool artwork too. Like, look at that artwork. Very cool. Sir Farron the Hedgehammer. I think we could do Adamant if we're gonna do it. Beanstalk Giant I really want to play too. I love this card. It's ramp and it's a big dude later. So we're gonna get forced into black-green. We could play Deathless Knight in black-green. Mara Leaf Pixie. It's green-blue. We could potentially play green. We could play Rampart Smasher, but that's like 4 green, and that's really hard to play with that. It's good if you're playing monocolored or if you're playing those particular colors. I think this one is pretty good. Whenever you gain life for the first time each turn, return Deathless Knight from your graveyard to your hand. Kind of synergizes with the lifelink that we get from that. We got a lot of artifacts here. Lucky Clover lets us double down on adventures. Stone Coil Serpent, there's really no reason to not to run this because it can go into anything, basically. This is Scry 2, but it costs 6, so that sucks. Scalding Cauldron, some potential removal. It's very expensive. Witch's Oven gets you sacrifice a creature, create a food token, and you can create 2 food tokens. Jousting Dummy is good. It's just a 2/1 for 2. Hinge Walker. It's potentially a 3/3 for 3. It's not the worst thing in the world. This this Scarecrow, Signpost Scarecrow, gives us a 2/4 vigilance and lets us filter a little bit. Filter our mana. Wolf's Quarry makes boars. Sir Farron. I want to play black for sure. But we don't have, oh damn, we don't have a lot to support it. That's the problem. We have a fair bit of blue. We have an okay amount of white. Shining Armor is a crazy amount of white. Also, this is flying. And Ardenvale Tactician lets you tap 2 creatures as well. Maybe we do white. Trapped in the Tower. Enchanted creature can't attack or block. That's pseudo removal. Don't know. This one, Giant Killer, would allow us to destroy something or just tap down a creature if we want to play early. As long as you control an artifact or enchantment, it has flying. That we could do. Maybe we just like add some white in there. Exile target artifact or enchantment. So Tiny is kind of a pseudo removal. Flash enchant creature. Enchanted creature gets -2, -0. And if they've milled or if they have 7 or more cards in their graveyard, then it's going to be super weak. Witching Well will help us scry and draw. Plus it's an artifact, which would trigger off of, or trigger the other artifacts, stuff like that. Runaway Together is kind of a way to remove as well. Draw your second card. Corridor Monitor. Whenever Queen of Ice deals combat damage to a creature, tap that creature, doesn't untap. And you can also tap target creature, it doesn't untap. Moonlit Scavengers, a little expensive. If you control an artifact or enchantment, return target creature an opponent controls to its owner's hand. That kind of is playing off the artifact thing. So 2/2 flying. Oh, we do have a lot of black back here. What am I thinking of? Like, for some reason I was thinking we didn't have a lot of black. Okay, we do want to play black because we have quite a bit of black cards and support. Red, not so much. Wonder if we can see statistics on here. No. Green can add a mana of any color that helps filter. Plus it's mana ramp a little bit. In Beanstalk Giant, Deathless Knight, we could do. I'm either thinking green black or black white, maybe. Green doesn't look like we have a whole lot of support now that I'm looking at it. Like we have 2 of these guys, but he's legendary. We have 1 of this. We have a lot of Curious Pairs. Curious Pairs are just kind of vanilla though, and they create food tokens if we had a bunch of stuff to sacrifice food tokens. This one creates food tokens. I don't think we have a lot that actually plays with the food token sort of thing, sort of deal. This is a cool adventure, but again, I don't think we have anything to deal with that. Red, potentially. We could go black blue or black white. Kind of tempted. Let's add in the black cards and see. Runaway Together could bounce Murderous Rider back to your hand. Absolutely, that's a good idea. If we do blue. I mean, blue has quite a bit of, like, support. I do like the idea of using Runaway Together on some of our, like, some of our adventure cards would be kind of cool. Because then we can just bounce them back, replay them for the adventure, sort of thing. I'd hate to go like 3-color though. I think I'm gonna go black for sure, and then I'm either gonna do blue or I'm gonna do white. Let's add in the black cards that we like, and then go from there, kind of. So Eye Collector, each player puts the top card of their library into their graveyard. It's a 1/1 flyer. It's not bad. It also kind of synergizes with the, if we were to go with blue. No, it's white. Is it white, that card? There was something that dealt with creature cards in yards. I think it was... What color was that? That's not that, not that. Was it just like a regular artifact? Maybe I'm just going crazy. I feel like there was a card that dealt with cards in the yard. I think it was a blue card. Yeah, it's so tiny. That's the one. That's the one I'm thinking of. Black Legend also deals with that. You're right. Okay, so we're going, it looks like we're going like, I think we picked out like going blue black pseudo mill sort of thing. I think I can get behind that strategy. This discards cards. That's really expensive though, so let's wait on that. This one, you may choose a creature card if you're in your graveyard. If you do, return it to the battlefield with additional +1/+1. So this is a reanimator, and if you at least black, put the top 4 cards of your library in your graveyard. Cauldron's Gift just seems good because it just returns something, especially if we've milled ourselves. 2 damage to another creature you control if you do draw a card. 4/2 for 4. That's not bad. It draws a card. 2 damage to something is probably not going to matter much, so it's fine. Let's get Baked into a Pie, and we'll get Witch's Vengeance as well, because Witch's Vengeance at the very least kills one thing. Like, we'll say they have a giant or something like that. Not necessarily a giant, but say they have like a goblin knight, right? We can just choose goblin or knight or something and protect our knight, right? Because we chose goblin, sort of thing. So I think we can get around that. Giant Skewer, equipped creature gets +2/+1, and whenever it deals combat damage to a creature, create a food token. It's kind of cool. Maybe. Lash of Thorns seems pretty good. +2/+1 gains Death Touch until end of turn. That's removal as well, basically. Hawkwane, Paladin. We're going to add the 2 in. Tempting Witch, enters the battlefield, create a food token. Sacrifice a food, target player loses 3 life. Interesting. So this kind of plays off the whole food thing. If we got like Giant Skewer and got food, we could pay 2, tap it, sacrifice food, make them lose 3 life instead of them gaining 3 life. That's kind of cool. This Witch's Cottage, if we have 3 or more other swamps, it's going to let us put a creature card from our battlefield or from our graveyard on top of our library. Maybe we'll have to think about the that stuff. Malevolent Noble, sacrifice an artifact or another creature, put a +1/+1 counter on it. We could sacrifice food, you know, with all these food tokens that we're potentially gonna get. You know, also we could sacrifice our artifacts. It's not bad. This guy seems good, but he seems so expensive. He's like 7 mana for that. All right, let's start looking at blue here. Moonlit Scavengers, 6 mana for 4/5. When it enters battlefield, if you control an artifact or enchantment, return target creature and opponent controls to its owner's hand. We will probably control an artifact, at least, because of our food tokens. The question is 6 mana too expensive for 4/5? It's like a 4/5 that bounces it, so technically it's a tempo play, but I'm not really sure. This one is just a flyer. It's a 3/3 for 4 flyer. It's not the worst in the world. We'd have to cast at least 3 blue mana on it. So the question is a 2/2 for 4 flyer gonna be good enough? I don't know. So tiny, I like that as a removal. Witching Well also seems pretty good for the scry, and we could draw 2 cards, plus it's an artifact. So that's good. That's a mill. Queen of Ice is good. Runaway Together seems fine. Fairy Vandal is just a flyer. It's a good flyer. We only have like 2 cards left in our deck. I think we just add a bunch of cards and then we start cutting cards is how it's gonna work. Lockwing Gargoyle. Seems a little bit too expensive to get off there. Witch's Oven, we don't have enough creatures, I don't think, to abuse that. Signpost Scarecrow, maybe. That's too expensive, I think, for basically a do nothing. That's a 2/2 for 3. This one draws you a card. It's a 2/3 for 3. I think Clockwork Servant can make the cut there. And then also, we don't have a blue and a black one of these, so that sucks a little bit. Maybe Moonlit Scavengers is good enough. Tempting Witch is also kind of tempting to include. Pun intended. So say if we add these two, we're like one over. Moonlit Scavengers could get something out of the way, but potentially could also bounce one of their adventure creatures back. There's a lot of adventures, so the idea of like bouncing something is kind of less than stellar to me, but not bad. Stone Coils, fine. I kind of want to try the Moonlit Scavengers and see how they play. Question is, what do I take out for that? Those are all fine. The Reanimator target. Maybe we check to see what we're over. I think we have a little bit too many non-creatures. We're at 15 and 9. I like to sit usually about 8 non-creatures. The reanimation is pretty good. All the removal is good. I think we cut a Witching Well. We'll cut 1 Witching Well there. And then we can fit in these Mystic Sanctuary in the other one if we wanted. Yeah, we can fit in one of those and the Witch's Cottage. Might as well try them and see what happens with those. We're heavy in the black. We're only really splashing in blue for like a few things. We don't need that much blue, to be honest. I don't know if we need 7 islands. It might be a little bit too much. How many lands is it giving us? It's giving us 17 lands. That's fine. I kind of like to run like Giant Skewer and stuff as a way to just push damage on the little dudes, or like the guys with evasion and stuff, or Tempting Witch even, or Murder Strider, or Jousting, maybe. Fairy Vandal. It's kind of the same place of Lash of Thorns, so the question is like, is it better to get a kill or a token, a food token. I think a Lash of Thorns is a little bit better. We might have too much removal now that I think about it. This is removal. This is draw. This is removal. We're counting it as removal. That is pseudo removal. Run away together. Pretty much all of our spells are removal, which I'm okay with. Let's just try this one and see what happens with it. And see where we go. We can always adjust it later. I want to try and get into the actual playing, so we can adjust it later. If everything turns out really bad, we can always just do another sealed event anyway. So I just want to go into it and see. It took a little bit longer there because I wanted to read all of the cards because I don't know what I'm doing. Also, I changed my avatar in here so that my avatar looks like me a little bit. It's Lazav, but it looks pretty cool. I think so. Dragon Die. Everybody go take a look at Dragon Die. They're probably streaming right now. So this actually doesn't seem that bad. 2 land hand, but we have stuff we can at least do. So let's keep it, I guess. We'll drop that down. Queen of Ice lets us tap a target creature. So we can do... Let's do Jousting Dummy. See what he wants to do. So if they want to bounce our creature or something on their turn. Tome Raider. Interesting. Okay, we do want to probably wait to do Clockwork Servant because we could do 3 mana of the swamps. If we do Rage of Winter and get in for 2, it seems like a little bit pointless there. I kind of like it though. I kind of like the play. Whatever, let's try it and see what happens. We'll just Queen of Ice. We got rid of my removal. And puts a card from Adventure into exile into their graveyard. Interesting. What a play. Okay, well, we could do Lochwain Paladin, or we could do this one as well. Let's do Lochwain Paladin with Adamant. Oh, so tiny. All right. Bummer. Still 2-3, so that's not bad. Okay, let's go ahead and do a Clockwork Servant here. Cool, we have an option here. Let's go ahead and pay Adamant. Interesting that we could run away together the Lochwain Paladin here. So we can attack here. It seems kind of a little bit pointless to attack, so let's go ahead and pass the turn. We can do run away together on the opponent's turn. We can play Lochwain Paladin again. Gonna force them to play that again, or whatever they play, we can bounce. Piper of the Swarm. Rats you control have menace. Okay. I'm not too worried about that yet. I feel like I should eventually be worried about that. Let's go ahead and we're gonna run these guys away together. Take the one. My turn. So we can play this. Yeah, we'll adamant that. Okay, he doesn't have anything. He can block the servant though. So let's go ahead and pass. I hate to unpat, like, do that when he's got the rats, but that's fine. Okay. You're gonna put that on top. So he has a potential way to get rid of something. Okay. Bummer. That was an epic downfall. Oh, well, we can joust somebody. See if he wants to joust. Okay. I'm fine with that. We're a little bit behind here because we don't have any card draw. He's gonna memory theft us, which is gonna matter. Thankfully, we knew he got that back. So. It has more value because he has a bunch of rats that he can just make, you know? No blocks. So we can sacrifice a bunch of dudes. Sack with those. We don't have a lot of artifacts, which sucks right now. And the rats are eventually going to outvalue us, so we kind of have to turn aggro here, I think. But I think Dragon Die's probably got it over us right now. Which is cool for a first play. That is a Lockwing Paladin of their own. No adamant though. I guess I don't have 3 black, so. Kind of wish I had Piper the Swarm with Malevolent Noble. That would be really awesome. Ooh, that is a Murderous Rider. So the question is, what is the worst thing? That is killing us slowly. I think the Piper the Swarm will be bad eventually, but we need to kill the Vantress Paladin. And then, yeah. Go ahead and swift end it. Okay. Okay. Next 2 attackers. We'll hit in for 1. We do have a lifelinker, which is going to give us something back. And Malevolent Noble can technically get really big. There's the own Murderous Rider. Well, rude. All right, I'm gonna do that because it lets him. I sacrificed another creature, sadly. I was hoping to do that so he couldn't play Murderous Rider, like sacrifice it to himself, because it would have gotten countered on resolution, and then he wouldn't be able to play his own Murderous Rider. Wow, our land is really not working for us. Okay, cool. Good talk. Sadly, he's going to play his own Murderous Rider next time. We can only swing for one. That's about all we can do. We don't have anything else. Nice. Now the Murderous Rider is going to do us absolutely no good except for blocking. Sadly, we're going to have to block here, I think. The Lochwain Paladin. And he's going to kill our other one. He's going to leave our Murderous Rider up because it absolutely is not going to matter. There's a Sir Conrad. Okay. This is so stupid. Let's stack. So if he lets us untap with Sir Conrad, we will be able to probably kill him. I don't think he's going to let us untap with him. But we can hope. Okay. That's pretty good. All right, how much damage do we have? We have 4 mana that's available. So we can do 4 damage to him. And then so tiny something. Okay. Cool. Probably should have waited for that one, but that's fine. So if we attack here, he can block and tank it all and kill our dude. So we're gonna do no attacks. Not yet, at least. Gonna overrun us with mice eventually. Oh, he gains control of it. Well, that was my bad for not reading the card. Knights. We kill a bunch of knights. Can't kill that. We could kill humans. I think the problem with this play is if I kill the knights, I'm going to take 2 damage. If I kill, I need to kill the human. It's not going to kill Sir Conrad, sadly, but it is going to get rid of the Piper. Alright, so this is going to be human. X. Oh man, the Piper the Swarm, pretty nuts. Pretty nuts play. Oh god, it's a Lockbeard Serpent. Alright, no creatures. Banmere we can play. Alright, let's go ahead and pay Adamant. We have to survive somehow. He can sacrifice an island to not make bleed blocked. It's not looking good for us. If he activates twice and sacrifices an island and hits 2 creatures and is able to kill, he'll do 9 damage to us. If he can't do the 2 extra damage from the Sir Conrad or a creature dying, then actually if he alpha strikes right now, he would win. That is also acceptable. But if he alpha strikes and sacrifices an island, then he does 7. I can't block the Sir Conrad or the Cauldron Familiar because a creature would die and I would take 1 damage. I don't think he sees the lethal there. I mean, it's not going to matter even if he does it now, unless he doesn't attack. Yeah, he has to sacrifice that attack with that, Sir Conrad, and Cauldron Familiar. If he attacks with those 3, then I die. If he doesn't attack with those 3, then I can potentially win. I have a feeling he's not... Yeah, he doesn't want to attack with Sir Conrad, even though he could have. Yeah, I think that's game, isn't it? Yeah, that's a good game. Sadly, I can't sacrifice with Tempting Witch. If I had haste here, would have been nice. Sacrifice it. Yeah, so he had lethal last turn. I'm gonna let him do the attack here with the Lockmere, but that's fine. It's kind of hard to like get your mind around attacking with Sir Conrad when Sir Conrad is the one that is doing the most damage for you. But if he would attack with Lockmere, Grim, and Cauldron Familiar, I wouldn't have been able to win that one. But that was good. Good game, Dragon Die. High five if you're watching the stream. Good game. That was awesome. Did we want to revise anything from there? Did we learn anything from that? I don't think we learned really anything from that matchup. Potentially, we got flooded, which sucks. We need maybe more card draw. Did we have any more card draw? Just Witching Well is potential card draw. We could drop something. So Tiny is really good. Very Vandal was fine. Tempting Witch would have been fine if we'd got it earlier. Wicked Guardian's fine. This Malevolent Noble was kind of lackluster. He was just like a 2/2 for 2. But we kind of needed the creature. I feel like we need more bombs. That's the problem. Like Sir Conrad was really good, but we need more ways to like sacrifice. So this is sacrifice creature. We can do Witch's Oven. That's a little bit of synergistic, but we don't know if we have enough creatures to abuse that. That's the problem. We could create the food tokens for the witch. It's not a bad idea. This one mills. That one bounces. Reaper of Night could be good to get the discard earlier. Like, I wouldn't consider it a bomb, though, because it costs 7. Though that last game, we would have been fine if we would have been able to play it. So, I think maybe we'll just do one more and see. Like, we got pretty close. We got pretty close to that. So, let's try it again and see how we do. If we end up losing 3 in a row, it's fine. We'll just go into another sealed deck. So, I'm trying to get ideas of, like, what we can brew as well. It's a pretty okay hand here. Mystic Sanctuary is probably not going to come down for a little bit. Eye Collector can come down really early. Yeah, let's keep this, sir. Yeah, let's go ahead and grab Eye Collector early. We could do Queen of Ice, Rage of Winter too if we need to tap something down. Lucky Clover. Nice. There's Sir Conrad. Let's go ahead and play, make it look like we're just playing mono black right now. We need to get Sir Conrad with Eye Collector, like, stat. Is going to be really good. Lockwayne Paladin, we got a Plains of those. If we draw another land, I'd potentially play Mystic Sanctuary early and just play it as tapped. Because I don't think we're going to get the 3 other islands right away. Ooh, bummer. Well, we can sacrifice that later if we need to. I think maybe I do Mystic Sanctuary here so that I can do an island. Well, I can do an island next turn. I can do an island this turn. Then I have stuff for Queen of Ice. I think if I just play Queen of Ice here, it's pretty good. And then next turn, I can play Mystic Sanctuary if I don't draw land. Yeah, let's go into attack first. We also have Lash of Thorns if we want to push the damage. There's another Eye Collector. Let's just play Queen of Ice like normal without the adventure. Just to try and stay ahead on the board a little bit. Plus, it's like 2-3 for 2 is just, or 2-3 for 3 is pretty good anyway. Shepherd of the Flock. Alright, so this one, when he dies, you get a +1/+1 again on a target knight you control. And then this one, he's not using Usher to safety, so it doesn't matter. So, this one we need to play Mystic Sanctuary, sadly. We can play Jousting Dummy, though, and then have Lash of Thorns. I think I want to attack with Queen of Ice anyway, because if he does block, we can still Lash of Thorns anyway. So let's do that. And we attack with both. He's probably going to block with Shepherd of the Flock. We'll just Lash of Thorns to buff Queen of Ice through that. And then... Or he takes the damage and doesn't even care. I could also see him do that. But then again, we have Jousting Dummy on the return if they does attack to do Lash of Thorns. Interesting that he's blocking there instead of the other one. This is not a knight, so that's fine. What do we get? Silverfame Squire? Cool. Okay. Hinge Walker. So that's just going to be a 3/3 for 3. That's pretty good. I don't think he's going to come into that. Cool. So this is where we need to play Sir Conrad here, and then attack with the Eye Collector. Also, Queen of Ice. Maybe we don't do the Queen of Ice play here. Let's do Sir Conrad. Let's just attack with the Eye Collector and see if we ping him at all. No pings. Sadly. So we run a risk here of Sir Conrad dying or getting exiled or something like that. Ooh. There's a True Love's Kiss on that. We have Clockwork Servant, which is going to be pretty good as well. So Vantress Paladin we can't use yet. Clockwork Servant we can do for the Adamant, but then we can't activate Sir Conrad, which is a little bit of an issue as well. But I think doing the card draw is a little bit better for us. Let's Adamant it. Cool. So now we can activate it, or we could do... I think I'm going to activate it on the second main phase, or on the end of their turn. Let's go attack with this and attack with Queen of Ice as well. Yeah. We have Lash of Thorns if we need it for the Queen of Ice block. He has to double block. If he double blocks, we'll kill it. If he doesn't double block, then we'll just, yeah, we'll pump it. I'm fine with that. Nice, got a creature. Very guide mother. Queen of the Ice block, you mean Jaina? Hey Autumn, what's up? Thanks for stopping by. Oh my god, beloved princess. Yo, look at the flavor of this bartered cow. What is this flavor? Okay, so we can Sir Conrad a bunch here if we wanted. We could do it 3 times. Also, I could just Stone Coil Serpent for a lot, for 4, 5, 6. It'd be a big one. I think I want a Sir Conrad though. I think this is more fun. Yeah, the decks are going to be really interesting to see. All right, let's go to attacks. Let's attack with the Eye Collector first. How many do they have left? They got 20 cards in hand. I have 19 cards in hand. All right, let's activate Sir Conrad a bunch. Seems pretty good. I think next turn we play Stone Coil Serpent pretty good. Now we've established that Sir Conrad's a bit of a threat. Ooh, True Love's Kiss. Okay, I'm glad that we didn't play Stone Coil Serpent then last time, because now on our turn we'll be able to play Stone Coil Serpent for a butt ton. Yeah, let's go ahead and play Stone Coil Serpent for like all our manas. Auto tap solution has changed. Select auto pay. Yeah. We'll attack with that. Sir Conrad is really good, by the way. If you guys want to make a really cool EDH deck, Sir Conrad is going to be really good, I imagine. We're probably going to build him in Brawl. Sir Alan, the Lion's Claw. Ooh. We can Cauldron's Gift something. Can we get any big dude back? Clockwane Paladin. No. So we can't really get any of that back. I think I attack and then I Cauldron's Gift to get Sir Conrad back. I think that would be kind of funny. All right, so let's attack with that. Let's attack with Stone Coil because he's going to have to at least double block or whatever. And then we'll attack with Sir Conrad. And then we only need 4, 5, yeah. So we could do Sir Conrad in, and then see how much he dies. We'll get a bunch of triggers, and then we'll Cauldron's Gift back. That sounds fun. Let's do that. Hopefully we're reading this right. I think we are. Yeah, we are. Alright, let's do that. To the damage. There we go. Sir Conrad is a bomb. Not gonna lie. So we still have Cauldron's Gift if he destroys it, because he didn't actually block like Sir Conrad. So, pretty cool. Awesome. Dev Doodle, thanks for the game. Have a high five, buddy. If you watch the stream later, I appreciate it. Good stuff. Yeah, Sir Conrad is pretty nutso. I liked that. That was better that time. So we might retire this the sealed event after the next one, and just so we can do another sealed event before we go into brew decks. We're probably going to be doing sealed for the next half an hour or hour or something on stream, and then we'll be doing probably for the next hour, and then we'll be doing the brewing probably if we have ideas for decks. We may not have ideas for decks, so. This seems okay. We'll keep this. If you guys have any ideas for decks that you'd like to see, though, let me know, because we'll be able to throw those in there. Also, we do have I did get some codes from Wizards. Thank you to Wizards for sponsoring the event, or streaming, or giving me a hooked up account. That's what I want to say. Wow, thank you. So we do have some codes to give away. They're for Eldraine Mastery experience. So whenever Eldraine drops, it's like 1,000 experience. So it's like basically one level that you'll get just for free. So if you're interested, let me know. An Oro donation deck would be cool to try. That'd be kind of cool. Oh, sorry, Oko? Oro or Oko? I wonder how that would work. Is there a donation type card in here, or in the thing, in the game, I should say? Yeah, I don't know the names either. Not gonna lie. Alright, let's play a swamp here, just so we can do Murderous Rider if we have to. And then we will pass turn. We're gonna play potentially Fairy Vandal at the end of his turn, unless he plays something scary and we can do So Tiny. Okay. He does make food token. Oh, does his ultimate trade them? His -2, I know, the -2 for him allows you to like polymorph something into a frog, I think is what it does. We do an island here. Or we could do Murderous Rider. I kind of like the Murderous Rider play. We can't really do Vantress Paladin, though. I think we do So Tiny. I want to save Murderous Rider is such a good removal spell that I want to wait to do that. Plus it's instant, so if he plays something good. Like, that's a good... Oh, he's just gonna use the... Add 1 mana of any color. Interesting. Okay. To get white. Mysterious Pathlight. Each creature you control that has adventure enters the battlefield with an additional +1/+1 counter on it. Seems worth killing. It's also flying, so... We'll take that. We're gonna go ahead and kill that. So we can play Vantress. We need probably play Mystic Sanctuary and play Murderous Rider on this turn. Okay, and then we'll attack. Stone Coil Serpent's gonna be good, really. His second ability, +1. Turns artifact creature into 3/3, yeah. I would kind of want to do something with that anyway. No blocks. We're gonna so tiny that anyway. So if we do this for the adamant, it's not gonna let us do so tiny, sadly. Oh, it's only +1/+1 till end of turn? Oh, rip. Okay, Murderous Rider's pretty good to just wait. Let's adamant that. We'll attack. I think we're gonna leave Murderous Rider back as defense. It's basically just a good defense. It's gonna go on the bottom of our library at the end, which sadly we don't have a way to shuffle it. Would be cool. Nothing? Okay. We have double So Tiny here and Malevolent Noble, which seems pretty good. So I think we just do like Malevolent Noble and then we have double So Tiny. Yeah, I think that's good. We attack and we have the double tiny. Tap up to 2 target creatures. Rude. Okay. We're gonna still attack, apply the pressure. We can tiny that. Now that we know that he has it. Because he's most likely gonna play that next turn. It's flying. It's a 2/3 with flyer. So it won't have haste, but that's fine. And then also Garenbrig Squire seems pretty good. It's a tiny as well. Okay. We'll leave the Rose Thorn Acolyte because I doubt he's gonna like really be super aggressive with that. Ooh, I've been proved wrong. Interesting. Okay, so what I want to do is I'd like to sacrifice the Fairy Vandal. I think. Yep. think I could take the 2 here. Let's risk it for the biscuit. Seems pretty okay. My turn. So we can do Eye Collector, so tiny, and we also have Stone Coil. We could do Stone Coil for 4. Seems pretty good. Stone Coil for 5 is a little bit better though. Okay, let's do this and then we attack in. If he like just blocks Ardenvale Tactician into Murderous Rider, we're still gonna gain life from the lifelink. So let's go ahead and attack with our team. See what he does. Eye Collector we can sacrifice to him a little Noble as well. Hopefully he blocks Ardenvale Tactician into like the Vantress Paladin or something. Or even the Malevolent Noble. Or just takes it. Taking it would be nice as well. Ooh. Interesting. Need Death Touch and Lifelink to end of turn. Okay. Who's he trying to kill, though? That's the question. Probably Vantress, I would imagine. I really hope it is Vantress, because then we'll... So tiny in response. Yes! That's fine. We're fine with him killing that. Okay, before damage, we're going to ruin his day. I apologize for that, Mandos Corpse. Yep. And we'll play this for 3. It's kind of an aggressive play here, but that's fine. We're going to be in trouble, though, if he plays Cast Off, which I believe is the only Wrath effect in this set. And it is on a 7/7 Vigilance creature, which would suck. But he's playing white, which is what it is. Giant Skewer. Can't actually equip that, so that's good for us. Oh, nice. We could run away together here on the Stone Coil. It's actually pretty good. I think we wait on the runaway together until he equips on his turn and make him waste that. So we'll attack with those 2. But the Stone Coil would be really nice to get back, actually, because we can play it for bigger. Oh, that's good that he didn't draw that one. 5/5 for 7 still. He wouldn't be able to play it, I guess, but he would have been able to get some more stuff. Cauldron of Eternity. 2 less for each creature card in your graveyard. Whenever a creature you control dies, put it on the bottom of its owner's library. Pay 2 life, return target creature card from your graveyard to the battlefield. Oh, damn. Okay, well. Huh. Okay. Okay, do we have lethal here? Yeah, we have lethal if we do this right. My turn. 5, Mandos Corpse. Thanks for playing. I appreciate it. Oh, got a lot of stuff. All right, guys, what do you say? We should probably do like a couple more with this deck, and then maybe try maybe 1 or 2 more. Let's try like 1 more, and then maybe we'll retire this deck and do another sealed. The thing about this event is I'm not really worried about like regaining the money back or the stuff, because we've been gifted so much from Wizards. Thank you again. But since we've been given so much, there's no point in not doing a bunch of different seals and trying out the different cards. Plus, it'll give us a better idea when we go in to build a deck. After playing with Sir Conrad, kind of want to do something maybe like a self-mill sort of Sir Conrad build. Seems really neat. Witching Well, we're not going to be able to play, but we do have a Clockwork Servant. This seems kind of greedy, but because we don't have it to play until turn 3. I'm going to mulligan this, I think. This is a better keep. Sir Conrad's really good, though. Like, I really want to keep Sir Conrad, but it's going to be really, really hard to justify. I'm going to do it anyway, though, because whatever. Alright. We have a Jousting Dummy that we can play. Lockwind Paladin comes out as well. I really like that these lands, like Mystic Sanctuary, are islands. Like, it's it's really good for like Adamant and stuff. T-Pewful is who we're against. Nice. We'll hit him with the nice. That is good. So if we want to play Sir Conrad on turn 5, I need to do Witch's Cottage now. And nothing, which feels bad. Especially when they're running some sort of removal there. Wonder if they're playing Knights. I kind of want to save Witch's Vengeance. Again, that's very greedy. But that's what we do. Lockwind Paladin I could play now. But again, I kind of want to play Sir Conrad on turn 5. So I think we wait. We just take the 2. Alright. Just playing... Ooh, there's a Lockwind Paladin. So this is greedy, but if we play Sir Conrad here, then next turn we can do Witch's Vengeance, calling Knights, and he'll still live through it. And we can wipe his board. So the greed is real. Let's do it. If this backfires again, it's okay. We're having fun. But I kinda hope it doesn't backfire. Castle Embereth. Ooh. It's a big old pump to creatures. That's cool. Please don't kill Sir Conrad. That would be so generous of you. I would like it nothing more if you just play like another knight. No blocks. I feel like this is a trap, so we'll just do no blocks. I don't feel like taking 2 damage from the guy that is able to stomp. Nice. Well, that's a thing. So we could attack, do so tiny. Alright, we're gonna attack here. See if he blocks, see if he wants to do the trade. Oh! Okay, I was gonna say, if he does the trade, that's it's pretty impressive, pretty ballsy move. But we'll do the 5 here. And then we'll Witch's Vengeance. Is it humans? 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 I guess it doesn't matter, human or knight. We'll do knights. Okay. We're gonna have taken some damage here, but we do have so tiny, so potentially we'll be okay. A Lash of Thorns also can't do it on the. Well, he's getting baked into a pie. Rip. That sucked. Gonna counter that just a little bit. I will adamant that. We don't have baked into a pie yet, sadly. Okay, well, just gonna have to end the turn. We could bake into a pie next turn to get rid of the Sir Conrad. Might be a little bit too late at that point. I don't know. So it's going to be 3 cards. Still 1/1 Death Touch. Nice. Cauldron's Gift, we can get back our Sir Conrad. Okay. Might have to eat this food here at some point to gain the life back. Just to have a life differential. Wonder if he's going to do his own Cauldron's Gift. Forever Young. Wow. Can't play it this turn. We're just having like the battle of the Sir Conrads here. Okay. Ooh, and there's Murderous Rider. Cauldron's Gift screen's pretty good. If he plays his own Sir Conrad. Oh my gosh. So we need to play that and sacrifice the food in order to have a chance at winning there. Go down to 1, I think. Can't actually use Murderous Rider here, now that I think about it. So we could play Murderous Rider to gain the life. We can't lose the 2 life there, though. That's the sad thing. Yep. I kind of wish the Murderous Rider had, like, Death Touch as well. Maybe that's just being wishful thinking, sort of thing. But we only have 1 block here. It's the only block we can make, sadly. I wasn't expecting the double baked into a pie. So, good game. Teep Pew Full. Good game. All right, let's go ahead and retire this and build a new one. Let's resign that. Let's do another sealed. Actually, I don't think we opened any Throne of Eldraine packs. Let's open 1 pack and see what it's like. Oh, we got gems. That's right, because we have all the cards unlocked thanks to Wizards of the Coast. Look at all that free stuff. All right, let's go ahead and do a sealed event. Here we go. See what we get this time. Ooh. Stonecoil Serpent is good again. Emery Lurker of the Hlock. Lets us do some sort of artifact shenanigans. Enters battlefield, put the top 4 cards. You can cast artifacts in the graveyard. The Circle of Loyalty seems pretty neat. If we do like a night thing. This does night. At the beginning of each player's upkeep, that player sacrifices a non-land, non-token burn. If the player can't, they discard a card. They lose 2 life. You draw a card. You gain 2 life. You create... Oh my gosh. Then you sacrifice Doom Foretold. That's really good. And then there's a Black Lance Paragon. 3/1 flash. When it's the battlefield, target knight gains Death Touch. And then this is just a flash with reach. Whenever another non-human creature enters the battlefield under your control, you can pay X. When you do, put X +1/+1 counters on wild. Oh, interesting. That can get really big over time. All right, let's see how our black-white is doing, because black-white knights might be a really cool thing. I say that, but then we're probably not going to get anything. Man, we had 3 shining armors last time. There's a knight. There's a knight. That's similar to the other one that we had. All the glitters. Well, we actually don't have a lot of white. Wow. Okay. Blue. Quite a bit of blue. Black, what do we have here? Double baked into a pie. Really wants us to go black here again. The baked in the pie is just really good. We actually have a fair bit of green. Double of these guys. These guys are pretty big. Elite Headhunter. 2/3 with Menace. Doom Foretold seems really good though. Like doing Black Eye. Triple Golden Egg and a Ginger Brute. Okay. Stonecoil we're gonna throw in because we can play him in whatever, really. And Jousting Dummy was pretty good too. Green white. I don't think we have any white to support Circle of Loyalty. Like Circle of Loyalty and the other one, the Doom Foretold, seems really cool to like play around, but I don't think that it's gonna support it. So the double baked into a pie seems really nice to go for black. This one we haven't even tried yet. Lockwing Paladin was good. Lost Legion is just good there. Draws 2 cards, loses 2 life. And then you could create a food token as well. Bell the Brawl, Menace. Knights you control get +1/+0. Maybe we'll do like a weird knight sort of deck. Reeve Soul. Seems like a good removal. This is also a knight. This is also a knight. Not bad. This is not a knight, but gets artifacts back. I like the flavor of this didn't say please card. Elite Headhunter looks like Dark Souls art. I would agree with that, yeah. I mean, a lot of this looks like Dark Souls art. Like, what is Reaper of the Night? Like, look at that. That seems cool. We could do red. We could do black-red knights. We have a fair bit of knights. Sirkara as well. Searing Barrage. We don't have any good... There's no knights in green. But if we do black-red knight, we could run this one as well, which is not bad. It's a 2-3 minutes. It's not the worst in the world. Double Inquisitive Puppet seems pretty neat. It's just a 0-2 that scries and is a good blocker and then creates a 1-1 human creature. Not bad. Sorcerer's Brew. Whenever you sacrifice another permanent, you can get a Sorcerer's Broom. It's like just a 2-1. It's not bad. I don't know how we sacrifice another creature or artifact. Oh, that's sacrifice another one. Golden Egg if we just want to draw a bunch of that stuff. That's an exile, unfortunately. Inquisitive Puppet. It's not a sacrifice, sadly. This is sacrifice, though. I'm kind of feeling black-red. Black-red? Ambroth Paladin is 4-1 haste. Okay. Sure. Double Strike. Is this Raging Redcap? Yeah, he's a knight as well. Rimrock. We're just gonna go like black-red aggro, apparently. Can't word today. Claim the Firstborn. Yeah. We'll claim that Firstborn. Sirkara seems more of like a good build around me. Crystal Slipper seems pretty okay. 5 damage target creature. I could see that one. At least 3. That seems very likely. And that's just removal. So like 5 mana removal, but still. I'll take it. Fling is also pretty good. Lash of Thorns is also removal, technically. Giant Skewer we could just equip. Like, we can start just doing equips stuff. This one, Dwarven Mine. When it enters battlefield tapped unless you control 3 or more other mountains. When it enters, you get a dwarf. Yeah, we'll throw that in. And Witch's Cottage. We might as well throw those in, those two. We got the black-red guy, right? No, we didn't. Elite Headhunter. So we're at 37 cards. We can throw that in with Inquisitive Puppet. We can do Ginger Brute. Ginger Brute seems pretty neat. Especially because we can sacrifice these things later. Also, Sorcerer's Broom is not that bad. Inquisitive Puppet seems pretty good. At like stalling and all that. Kind of want to run Sirkara or Reaper. I think what I do is I just do like... So we could sacrifice a creature or artifact here and just... If I do that, what are we at for 7 non-creatures, 16 creatures? 16 creatures seems pretty good for an aggro type deck. Our highest being 5 Stonecoil Serpent we can play whenever. Like Searing Barrage is the most. Like we're pretty much playing aggro at this point. Fling seems pretty good. Fling could be removal, right? Any target, yeah. Claim the Firstborn is also kind of funny. Claim the Firstborn and then Fling would be so funny. Like just combo wise. Claim the Firstborn though is pretty aggro. Like opposite aggro sort of thing. Lash of Thorns. It's kind of better to have the Death Touch, I think. Allowing to attack in than have like a Giant Skewer. So like I'm comparing Giant Skewer to Lash of Thorns here because Giant Skewer is 5 mana essentially to give the same buff without surprise. Or you can give a surprise buff with Lash of Thorns and Death Touch. I think it's better to do Lash of Thorns. And then also we had one other one, right? One other equipment? Maybe we didn't have another equipment. Rock Knight, Reef Soul. I feel like we need to take out, we have this Searing Barrage, which is good because it's extra a little bit of damage. Maybe we take out like one extra mana and do like another Lash of Thorns. Are we on red? Majority black. Except Dwarven Mine needs 3 or more to make a dude. I think I still take out a red. Take out a red and put in a Lash of Thorns. So now we're at like 16 lands, right? Which is pretty low. 16, 16, and 8 non-creatures. Let's give it a shot. Why not? Whatever. We'll get some brewing after this. I kind of wanted to try some sort of like Golgari build, some like black green with like Garruk and stuff. I don't know. I mean, this seems okay, I guess. Oh, it's not the end of the world. I don't need to use Rush or anything, so maybe we play this dude out early. This is interesting because this is kind of like backwards, this Rimrock Knight. Most of the time I feel like I want to play the adventure early and then play Rimrock Knight. This one, you could do that if you had other people there, but 1 mana, you're not going to play it on turn 1. Pharaoh Bell is who we're against. Scalding Cauldron. There's the Amberith Paladin. Let's go ahead and place one. Scalding Cauldron seems pretty good. Just to have some sort of removal. Get it out there early. 3 mana, 3 damage. It's not the worst. There's Bell of the Brawl. Alright, let's play Rimrock Knight here. Potentially we can make them waste the Scaldron, or the Cauldron, but I don't think they're going to do that. I call this Scaldron. Lost Legion. Yep. There's our elite headhunter. Now the question is, do we play Witch's Cottage here because we're not necessarily going to draw another land? If I play a regular land here, I can do Bell of the Brawl, or I can just attack. I think I attack first and see what they do, if they block or not. Okay, so do we want to pump it? No. Well, they can't activate this yet, so we could pump it and get in for cheap damage, but I think that's not worth it. I think we need to establish a board. Kinda hoping we draw land, otherwise we're kinda screwed here. That's a good Scaldron target. I'd rather them Scaldron that than our elite headhunter, to be honest. Or even like the Amaranth Paladin or something. That's Savvy Hunter. Nice. You can draw cards with the sacrifice food. Oh, it's sacrifice a food, draw a card? Oh, sacrifice 2 foods, draw a card. So they can't activate that. I think we just do no blocks here, take 2. Still can't activate their Skuldron. Sadly, we're not going to be able to do this, so let's go ahead and pop the Witch's Cauldron down. Yep. Ooh. Question is, do they want to take that or not? We can push for a lot of damage here. We could do 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 if we wanted. I think we push for the damage. This seems greedy AF, but we're gonna do it anyway. That was very greedy. That was like the greediest play I've ever played in my entire life. Oh man. Well, we're gonna get punished for it, but I don't care. That was fun. We'll definitely think twice about attacking. Yeah, that's a good game. Turns out the huge 12 damage swing in one turn was enough. The greed paid off. Farrowbell, thanks for the game if you're watching. I appreciate it. That was fun. I liked where the deck was going. Definitely made me rethink the Savvy Hunter for my own brews. So, yeah. Word of warning, don't ever go that greedy. Like, if you're if you're playing match, don't do what I did. It worked out, but like we could have got punished really hard for it. So I lost like all my death touch enablers, all my combat tricks. I mean, there's probably something there with like some Rakdos build where you just pump a bunch of dudes, but I don't know. Ooh, there's a Claim the Firstborn. Yeah, let's keep this one up. Play an Inquisitive Puppet. Turn 1. I'm okay with that. All right. So we can totally sacrifice the Inquisitive Puppet at the end of his turn. What is that? Fabled Passage. Nice. All right, let's go ahead and exile. Okay. We have a Reeve Soul if we need it. With power 3 or less. I feel like Reeve Soul is going to see quite a lot of play. Also, Fabled Passage is going to see a lot of play, I would imagine. I feel like that it's going to get reeved. So we don't really need to reave it yet. We do like jousting dummy. And we'll do claim the firstborn. It's a bit greedy, but I mean, we just did a really super greedy play last turn, so. Tempting Witch. That's worth reading, I would say. Yeah, I don't want to just keep taking 3 damage each turn from that. I mean, this is not a good play, but it's a play. We're up against Ray Sato as well. So check out their stream, because they're probably streaming right now as well. I always like to give shout outs to all the people that we're facing, because, like, you know, they're all trying to do it. They're all trying to make it as well. So Lonesome Unicorn, nice. That would have been good to get rid of with a Reeve. Reeve. That's okay. Battle of the Brawl. I think we play maybe Raging Redcap here. We can't really do a good attack. Sadly, that's the issue with like aggro, is if they get a foothold, you know, you kind of have to build a board to attack. This seems like a trap. I'm just gonna take it. That's pretty easy for them to just use the 1 mana black spell that I used the last game. Rude. Reaper of Night. The Rimrock Knight. So we could attack in there and get a kill on something. All right, let's go aggro. We can Rimrock Knight into something if we need to. Interesting. So he's doing the math right now. You can see them highlight over it. Okay, so we're gonna let Jousting Dummy kill that, and then we're gonna Rimrock Knight this one. Seems okay. It's not the best play in the world, but again, we're trying to make the best of a bad situation for the cards that we have. It's like, it's not the best, but whatever. One card I really want to build around is that that Reanimate card that we played, the Cauldron one, that if you have adamant for swamps, which is if you play it with 3 or more swamps, you mill 4, like you mill yourself 4, and then you reanimate something. So I kind of want to do like a self-reanimator kind of thing. Would be kind of cool. I don't know how well that would work. Oh, another Malevolent Noble. Well, that's a bummer. Just gonna go ahead and pass the turn. We didn't draw anything, so I'm gonna leave this swamp in our hand as a bluff. It's probably not gonna really work against them, but I'm gonna have it in my hand just in case. To pretend that I actually have an answer. I could even hold control here. Oh, I was gonna say I'll hold control, but to make it bluff that I have stuff to do. Death Touch, Lifelink. So like, that's flash, so I can do it on the defensive and kill one thing. I doubt he's gonna double block on a Raging Redcap. He can't block. All right, whatever. Let's just go in and see what happens. Wonder where the temptation is there. Block with Lonesome Unicorn. They leave Rimrock. Leave Malevolent Noble, I guess. I'm okay with this trade. Definitely deep in the tank. Oop. Boop. Blacklands Paragon's pretty good. You ended up getting a life out of it too. That's a stone coil for 6. Oh man, we're getting flooded. Well, guess we'll pass the turn. Take 6. Every time this happens to me with like lands is if I cut back the lands that I have, I never draw enough lands. And then if I leave the lands at like a certain thing, I draw too many lands. So I'm kind of in a pickle. Yep, that's a swamp. I think he was just making sure that his attack was safe. Ginger Brute, huh? Okay. Try and get in some damage while we can. There's nothing else we can do here. Nice. I have Malevolent Noble in this deck, I think. Or no, we had it in the previous one. I don't know if we have it in this one. But I forgot that you could sacrifice artifacts as well as creatures. Maybe this card, the Reaper of Night, is not as bad as I had thought it was. Because, I mean, it's a discard early. I was gonna just ping Stone Coil Serpent, draw a card. Nice. Ooh, Giant Killer. Alright, we'll see what we draw, but I'm pretty sure this game... Yeah, we're just getting flooded. Yeah. We'll say good game. I'll eat a cookie in response to dying. I mean, we can block your Gingerbrute and gain some life, I guess. Yeah, so we're gonna go to blockers here. We're gonna block here. We'll block here. Okay, and then gonna gain some life. I had trample anyway, so nothing we can do about that. But I could eat a cookie in response, so that's what's important. All right, we'll play one more of this, and then we'll go into brewing some decks and see how that works. Get your deck ideas ready. I do want to do some sort of maybe self-mill, some Golgari thing would be kind of cool. Gingerbread's not bad. We can get a 1/1 at least next turn. Probably should have started cycling for like lands, or did the whatchamacallit for lands. We're up against Synth. What's up, Synth? Thanks for playing against us. Alright, let's go ahead and pop the Inquisitive Puppet. I wonder if Inquisitive Puppet could see playing some aggro decks. Because you're playing a 1/1 for 1. Or, like, you're basically playing a 1/1 for 1 on turn 1 that draws you, or scries you a card. Or can block against a 1/1 with aggro if the opponent has one, like a 1/1 with haste. Maybe it's good enough? I don't know. Alright, let's play Witch's Cottage here. We'll play Gingerbrute. Tag him for 2. Nice. He's gonna discard a card and draw a card. Run away together. Oh, blue-red sort of deck going on. Interesting. That's the first blue-red that we've seen, so I appreciate it. Lost Legion would be pretty good. We need to get lands, so we need to scry for that, I think. Baked in a Pie is good. We need to get a land that turn. Baked in a Pie coming up. That's actually pretty okay. Next turn we have a land and Black Lance, Paragon, or Bell of the Brawl and Black Thorns. Flash of Thorns, I should say. We do Bell of the Brawl and Thorns. Maybe blocks the 1/1. We could only be so lucky if they block the 1/1. Mathematically seems like a pretty good safe bet to block the 1/1, but we're trying to play some mind games here and hoping that they just take... Okay, they're just going to take it. Cool. So we're going to damage, then we'll do Bell the Brawl here. And turn. So we do have the Gingerbread up with Lash of Thorns if we need to block. I imagine they're going to use the ability on this instead of attacking. Or just pass it. They also have Scalding Cauldron. Scaldron. We could probably make him pop the Scaldron. Yeah, let's go ahead and use Ginger Brute's ability here. They're gonna probably pop Bell the Brawl, I would imagine, with Scaldron. Oh no, I guess not. I would have popped Bell the Brawl before attacks, because I'm getting a buff on the Lost Legion. I would have loved for him to block there. Oh, okay. So the question is, do we want to kill it somehow? It's not a knight, so we're gonna have to Lash of Thorns it. It's gonna probably pop Scaldron in response to kill it. Rude. Sadly, it's not a knight, so we can't do anything about that. We can threaten lethal next turn, though, by flashing this in a turn. Because imagine they're going to Scaldron something. So 3, 4, 5, we still threaten lethal if they attack or draw or something. Actually, we still threaten lethal because we can bake into pie if they don't play a creature here. And if they waste Scaldron, it's three mana that they're not using on something else. So that's pretty okay. We'll flash it in. See what they have. Searing Barrage. Okay. We still have lethal here and they can't respond with anything. So that's game. Because they don't have any mana for doing Scalding Cauldron. Scaldron. And when it gets to our turn, there we go. Go. We gotta bake that into a pie. High five, Synth. Thanks for playing. Okay. Ooh, we got a set mastery. Okay, that was neat. So we're gonna go do some talk about some brewing of decks in the next segment. I'm gonna take a quick break and go get some water, and then when I come back, we're gonna think up some decks and maybe play a little bit of standard. Maybe we'll return to some sealed at the end of the stream, depending on how standard goes. We may just get dominated by Cavalcade Red. I don't know, so we'll see. Anyway, we'll be right back. So stay tuned, guys. Thank you for watching the stream. Appreciate it. We'll be right back.